Welcome to episode 8 of season 2 for the Norwich City Save. We've got a short episode today, but boy, have we got an important one. We are playing in the semi-final of the FA Cup against Chelsea at Wembley. We're going to get straight to that match. Before we get there, we've got just one game to talk about that we played off camera, and that is the game against Sheffield United. In fact, I played this, I thought, on camera, but the camera didn't record it for whatever reason. So you've just seen the goal. It was another Lirim Castrati goal set up by none other than Emi Buendia, and you can see from this page as well that they are the two players with pretty high ratings, really. Castrati taking home a 7.7 rating in the goal, Buendia a 7.2. But this was not a game that was as straightforward as it looks. You can see by the XG, Sheffield United did come back into this, and Ryan Brewster and Lys Mousset, I think is how you pronounce it. They are two players who actually had some quite good opportunities but spurned them, one with a particularly good save from Tim Ronning, leading to him coming away with a 7.5 rating as well. Imagine having a surname that is one letter more than your first name. Well, this guy's name, Tyler Taylor. I quite like it, actually. It rolls off the tongue. It's certainly memorable. Might be worth... You can see by looking at the calendar, we've got a fairly packed schedule coming up. We play Chelsea today in the FA Cup semi-final, and then just 3 days later play Tottenham away from home, and then Everton a further 3 days away from that. So that's 3 games in the space of 6 days. And to that extent, I think I've picked a side that I'm content to play, but is not perhaps the most informed team at the moment. So I've got the vast majority of my first team out. So Tim Ronning in goal, Aaron's at right back, Rahman at left back, despite the fact he is at the minute quite unfit. I've got Zimmerman and Quiros through the middle of the defence, with Onyeka acting as a box-to-box midfielder, Skip as the central midfielder in defence, with Castrati on the right, Guri on the left, Buendia through the middle, with Pukki, the player, leading the line rather than Adam Armstrong. So here we are, Wembley Stadium. We are kicking off, and we're going to see how we get on. We are not expecting to come away with a victory in this game, and I have told the players that in the team talk. But who knows? Stranger things have happened, and I certainly hope we can pull off a surprise. So we start off with a counter-attack from Chelsea after some initial offensive play from ourselves. Kovac shoots and puts it beyond Tim Ronning. There was nothing really that we could have done about the shot. I do just wonder whether we could have closed down that cross from Abraham. I mean, if you look at these 3 players, Skip in particular just allows Abraham too much space. He plays the ball to Kovacic, who shoots and scores. Oh, 2-0 already, and a tickly cough to join to make it even worse. Tammy Abraham with a header. We know how good Tammy Abraham is through our Manchester City save. And if you haven't watched that save, please do go back and watch it. We purchased him for 60 million, and he scored a superb number of goals just out of this world. And it does leave me wondering whether this game is beyond us already. Wondering whether I did the right thing by coming into this playing so many of our first team. We're not out of this exactly. We still have XG on our side, and we are getting chances. So it's just, at the minute, every chance Chelsea gets, they are getting on target, and they've put 2 away. Ronning there off his line, which does concern me. He shouldn't be that far forward. I mean, there you go. There's the reason why. Tammy Abraham scores again. It's 3-0 in the 38th minute already. However, oh, there we go. A bit of luck there. He's offside. The goal has been disallowed. So I'm going to fire them up, see if we can get through to half time. So again, Chelsea playing some decent stuff, but we cut out their passing. Castrati now on the ball. He runs forward. Onyeka, back to Castrati, cross in, and Pukki unable to turn the ball into the back of the net. That was a good opportunity to get one back just before half-time. Would have been a great chance and a great time to score. Ball forward from Zimmerman is cut out, but we win the second ball. Gori now plays it to Onyeka, who plays it forwards with some neat passing to Castrati, and there's the goal that brings it back to 2-1. So that gives me something to work with when we go into the half-time team talk. I'm still going to be fairly critical, I think, but it's going to now be more encouraging rather than just simply throwing my toys out the pram. So to that end, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump my fists and I'm going to tell them to go out there and give them some a game to cheer for the fans. I think we're going to have to target Ollie Skip as well and tell him to play it calm. He's anxious. I think he may be one I look to bring on a substitute for fairly soon. So Emi Buendia now passing the ball forwards to Onyeka. Onyeka with a chipped ball to Aarons. Aarons with a shot, with a cross, sorry. Castrati's there to make it 2-2. And Norwich, we are now back in this game. It's a wonderful ball here from Onyeka to chip it over for Aarons to run onto. And then Aarons gets that cross in for Castrati, who headers the ball into the back of the net. A wonderful, wonderful finish. And I'm going to look to see what we can do now. I think we're going to bring on Nikati for Zimmerman, Rahman, sorry. Castrati now on the ball, and Gori's there to header it in. Is it going to be offside, though? I don't think it is. My goodness, we've come back from 2-0 down against Chelsea to make it 3-2. I thought this was offside. And Gori there. No, he's clearly been played offside here by Kovacic. The guy who scored the first goal against us is the guy that gives us the third goal in return. And we've done so well to get back into this. I'm going to have to praise the team. I'm wondering now, in fact, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to balanced. And we are going to tactically change to drop the tempo and play for set pieces 2. There we go. So we've got 10 minutes left. I'm going to let the time tick away before making the final substitution. It looks like Chelsea have a corner here, but we managed to clear the lines. Abraham now on the ball. He's such a dangerous player in this version of FM. Pulisic now running forwards. Oh, defensively, we're all over the place, but we managed to scrape by. Castrati and Aarons now playing it between them. I think we're going to bring on that last. In fact, we're going to bring on 2 substitutions. I'm going to take off Skip for Grucic. And I think we're going to bring off Aarons for Bolshiri. And hope that is enough. And Chelsea now have a corner, but we managed to header it away. Rocky Bolshiri there being the one to do it. And Pukki now runs forward. The old-timer now slots the ball to Castrati, and Castrati had the chance to get us into the final, but fluffs his lines. But there we go. It doesn't matter. We have beaten Chelsea 3-2 in the semi-final, meaning that in our first season back in the Premier League, we have reached an FA Cup final. I mean, that is out of this world. I'm going to outstretch my arms and tell them all, congratulations. Let's have a look at the socials, shall we? It's not something I do very often, but hey, we're through to an FA Cup final. Surely everybody has got to be pleased. So, Eva Agbola, great result. Can't believe how good we were. More of the same next match, please. I mean, there is nothing negative. Jordan Morrison, not a Norwich fan, says Norwich played some great stuff. Jordan Morrison's comment got 349 likes. Second only to Matty McMahon. Castrati was good, but Norwich will be disappointed not to have come away with a more handsome winning margin. I'm not displeased at all. We're in the FA Cup final, for goodness sake. So if I were a betting man, I would have told you that we were likely going to be playing our last episode of Season 2 next time on at 3 p.m. But now we're going to have an extra episode at the end to take in the FA Cup final after that wonderful comeback victory against Chelsea. This has been a shorter episode, and I apologise for that. But hey, we got through to the final of the FA Cup. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's been a wonderful episode. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you like what you've seen, subscribe, like the video, do all the usual YouTube stuff and share it amongst all your friends. And then come back next time for the final games of the Premier League season. Thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.